I'm Jordan.
I'm Lauren Anderson.
Hi, I'm Andrea.
Hi, I'm Erin.
Hi, my name is Lauren.
We are part of the student production team that has created this very unique version of Wiley and the Hairy Man.
This project was part of the production and design class. After reading the traditional folktale, as a group, we considered how we might create an interesting retelling and make it a bit more relevant for today's audience.
This is a story of a boy who, like all boys and girls, has to overcome his fears.
Wiley faces the Hairy Man, who has the power to weld Wiley's innermost turmoil and use it against him.
We all have our own hairy man with whom we must contend if we are to defeat the overpowering fears we experience in our lives.
Wiley's fears were certain that of a young boy. He was scared of heights, of alligators, and what could possibly reside in the Hairy Man's big old sack.
As we grow, our fears become much more complex. In our modern version of this tale, we considered what fears live inside the souls of today's teenagers.
We thought about the adverse effects of discrimination,
Of being afraid that we will inevitably disappoint the ones we love the most.
Of our constant fear of failure and the struggles with mental health issues that so many of our peers battle daily.
We realized that inner conflicts about body image and the stress of not fitting in is a part of everyday life for so many of us.
Wiley was a lucky boy. He had his mother who knew the ways of the swamp because she grew up there, and who realized that when we faced our hairy man with determination and courage,
when we treat others with kindness and compassion,
and when we can depend on the ones we love the most.
The hairy man in our lives can not only be vanquished,
But the struggle, though it may seem arduous, will eventually help us realize we are worthy.
It was a long time ago. Wiley was a typical boy. He loved to play, and he loved his hounds. Like all typical boys, Wiley had fears. Fears that live inside each one of us, and fears that each one of us have to overcome.
Wiley and his mother lived near a swamp. One day his mother needed help.
Wiley! I need you to go to the swamp and cut some poles to build the hen roost.
Okay, Ma.
Wiley, be careful when you go to that swamp. Take your hounds with you. The hairy man will get you if you don't watch out.
Wiley's mother knew the hairy man feared hound dogs. She knew because she knew all the way to the swamp. She had grown up there.
I'll watch out. I'll take my hound dogs with me everywhere I go.
When Wiley got to the swamp, the dog saw a squirrel and quickly ran after it.
Hounds, come back! I hope the hairy man isn't anywhere around here.
Wiley took his axe and began cutting the poles. Wiley had not even cut one branch when the hairy man snuck up behind him.
Wiley, what are you doing hiding behind that tree?
My mother told me to stay away from you.
Wiley wanted to obey his mother. Sometimes his curiosity took over.
What's in your big old sack?
Well, let's see.
Please listen carefully. Tomorrow.
just give up? How are you going to escape?
Help! I need help!
As soon as Wiley yelled for help, the hairy man took his three-headed dog and ran away.
Wiley could feel his anxiety melt away as he made his way home.
He told his mother all about what had happened and how badly it scared him.
Did the hairy man have his sack?
Yes, he sure did.
Well, the next time that hairy man comes after you, don't hide behind that tree. You just look at him and say with confidence, "Hello, hairy man. You be big. Make him feel small. Show him that you aren't scared."
What if I am scared?
It's okay if you're scared. Just don't let him know.
Wiley was very nervous to do what his mother said.
But the next time he needed to go to the swamp, he puffed himself up, let the hound sleep by the fire, and set off.
No sooner had Wiley arrived when the hairy man come tromping through the woods.
Hello, Wiley. You look well today. Don't.
Hello, Harry. I hear. I hear. I hear. I hear you're the best conjure man around. But I bet you aren't smart enough to go to college.
Smart enough? Huh, I'm smart enough to do anything I want. I'm the smartest man around.
Well, it's easy to be big and smart and get a degree, but what have you done?
Done? Huh, I've done plenty. Watch this.
The hairy man wielded his great power, and with all the magic he could muster, he turned himself into the smallest yet brightest of insects, a lightning bug. Wiley stared in amazement, realizing the hairy man was small made him feel big. Wiley caught the firefly, stuffed it in the hairy man's sack, threw it into the river. His mother would be proud. Wiley sat down, exhausted but relieved he had fooled the hairy man. But the hairy man was not easily fooled.
How did you get out?
I just turned myself into the wind and howled into your mind, Wiley. Can you see your mother, Wiley? Can you see how disappointed
I am in you, Wiley?
I bet you can't. Well, I can. Well, I will. Hounds! Come, hounds!
When Wiley got home, he told his mother all that had happened. When he explained to her how the hairy man had showed him how disappointed she was in him, his mother hugged Wiley close to her.
Wiley, this hairy man is clever, but you fooled him once, so I know we can fool him again so that he'll never come back to bother us. Let's think. I know just the thing. Wiley, can you go collect all of the flowers and some basil from the garden?
Okay, Ma.
Wiley and his mother spent the next hour creating a beautiful arrangement with a variety of flowers and greenery.
You see, Wiley's mother knew the power that kindness held.
Okay, Wiley, you go up to the loft and hide.
Okay, Ma.
Wiley obeyed his mother, but he peeked through a knothole in the plank so he could watch.
The hairy man came tromping out from the swamp.
The wind howled and the house shook. And the hairy man, with all the anger and hate in his heart, made his way to Wiley's front door.
I've come to tell your son Wiley something.
Well, he can't hear you, hairy man, but I do have something for you.
Well, he better listen to me. I'll set your house on fire with lightning.
I have plenty of sweet milk, hairy man. That sweet milk will put out your fire. Are you listening, hairy man? I have something for you.
Something for me?
Yes, hairy man. Something for you. Because I know that you are not mean like you say you are. You would not want someone to believe that they're not smart enough or that they do not belong. We all belong, don't we, hairy man? Even you.
What do you have for me?
If I give it to you, will you admit that we all belong?
I swear I will.
He tore the flowers out of the vase and threw them frantically all over the room.
He stomped his feet and gnashed his teeth. He raged and yelled.
He grabbed a single flower, held it in his hand,
No sooner had the hairy man accepted the flowers when all the pieces of his anger began to disassemble and lose its power.
And then the hairy man fled away back into the swamp. Wiley made his way out of the loft.
Is the hairy man gone for good?
Yes, Wiley, the hairy man is gone. We fooled him. Just remember, if he ever comes to visit again, don't listen. Be kind and know that you, Wiley, are worthy.
Yeah.